Why are we having such difficulty talking about science? That was the propaganda message when they rolled out the COVID-19. What do you even call that? Like, what was COVID-19? It wasn't what they said it was. But they rolled it out and they said, trust the science. Obviously, we know that the things they were telling us were vaccines were not actually vaccines, and more along the line of I call them bioweapons, but Sabrina Wallace says they're not bioweapons. They're, I don't know, biointerfacing something, brain interfacing technology. But my question is, everyone, and maybe it's because it's just the talking heads, right? It was all propaganda. Anyway, I think anyone who did their own due diligence and research found that, mRNA was not good, and putting foreign bodies into our body was creating a hybrid self-assembling, right? That's why they call it, I think, self-assembling, is because the technology merges with our own organic cells. But so why can't we talk about the science? Because the science is what? The Internet of Things, the Internet of Space Things, the Wireless Body Area Network. I think it all has to do with neuroscience and nanotechnology. Why can't we talk about nanotechnology and smart dust and self-assembling whatever they've created 20 years ago that they've been dumping nonstop in the air that we can see with our own two eyes? Why can't we talk about the things that are so clear? Cognitive dissonance, is that forever? How long before a person looks into something, or how long before a person just how long can you go along before you ask a question? It's like we're having, different realities where people can address what are college degrees and business professions and lectures, market share, deployment. And then there's a whole group of people who refuse to acknowledge what's going on and what's being funded by the government into all of these technology companies and healthcare companies. Healthcare 4.0. Why can't we talk about Healthcare 4.0? What's that? How about the global standardization of biodigital convergence? Why can't we talk about that? These are all things that are really well documented, researched, and funded. And people aren't willing to have the conversation. And it's critical at this juncture that we absolutely have the conversation. It's your taxes. More importantly, it's your body. More importantly than that, it's the bodies of all the future of humanity. So if people respect life and natural organic life, it's critical to understand what they've done with the technology in our bodies.